Hey, welcome to an episode of Beers, Jacket Barbecue. So today we're going to do ribs. I have 3 racks from Costco of pork loin back ribs. So I like all ribs that there are. I've done the baby backs, I've done some of the St. Louis. These pork loin back ribs to me are meatier. So that's the reason I kind of go with these all the time. I seasoned them all already with the pork barrel barbecue season. That's also from Costco. Like I said, I have 3 racks ready to go. I have some applewood on the grill. I have it set up for indirect cooking. And right now it's about 200 degrees. I'm going to put them on here shortly and just let it slowly rise and not exceed 250 degrees today. Probably going to go about 3 hours before I really do anything with them. And then I'll probably wrap them at that point for at least an hour. And then probably take them out of the wrapping and put them back on just to finish them off. So what we'll do next is see you out on the grill. All right, so we're just going to throw these on the grill real quick. I had the grill running right around 200 degrees. Like I said, I'm going to let it rise to get to 250 at the most. This is going to sit here for about 3 hours. At one point here, I'm going to put a probe on just to watch the grill temperature from inside the house. And we'll let you know the next step. It's going to be about 3 hours before we do the next step. All right, so like I said, we come back around 3 hours, and actually it's right at just after 3 hours. Grill temperature did get right up to about 250. Did take a little while to get there, but that's all right. I'm gonna actually now, instead of just individually wrapping them, I kind of just put them in an aluminum pan, cover the pan. I will put it meat side down on each of these. And then wrap everything up. And then cover it. Just spread them out a little bit so they aren't touching. Sorry, my phone's ringing. And I'm going to throw it back on. So we're probably going to leave this go a good hour to hour and a half this way. And then we'll come back out and check everything out. All right, so I'm going to just check them out. It's been about an hour and a half now that we've had them wrapped. I'm going to pull them off. Probably put them back on for a little bit. I'm actually going to try to probe the meat just to see where we're at temperature-wise in the meat itself. Usually going for about 295 here. These are looking like they're very close to done. I'm going to get them onto the, yeah, they're going to be falling apart here shortly. In fact, they're already falling apart. Just want to finish them off on the grill a little bit, just to kind of finish the piece up. As you can see, they're already starting to fall apart. Temperature got a little higher on me on the grill itself. Got to about 300 as we're doing them. So I know they won't need much to finish off here. We'll just give them another 10 minutes, and we'll be back to probably pull them off the grill. You can see how everything's pulled off the bone pretty nice, so these are going to be real tender and real good to go. Oh, I mentioned that I want to try to get a probe in here. Let me just get this out of the way. To a thicker part of the meat. Yeah, these are done. But I'm just going to give it a few minutes and we'll be right back out. All right, so we're going to take them off the grill now. They've been on 5 to 10 minutes longer. Like you can see it just kind of glazed them over a little bit with a little bit of heat. Temperature hit about 195 to 198, which is exactly what we're going for. As you can see, they're ready to just fall apart as I take them off the grill. So just going to continue to remove them, and we'll see you inside once we show you what everything looks like. As always, so here we are, the end of the cook. We did ribs. It was pork loin back ribs. So I like these because they're a little bit meatier. I only use a dry rub, which I showed you in the beginning, which we'll use. I'm not a big barbecue sauce guy, so I will do some cooks later on where we use some barbecue sauce or some honey and brown sugar and some of those things. But even if I'm out and I have ribs, I'll often get, if they have a dry rub option, I'll get a dry rub, or I'll just ask for them really lightly sauced. So these had them on about 3 hours, and then we put them in an aluminum pan, covered them for about an hour and a half. Temperature rose a little higher than I would have preferred, but that's all right. They were covered. They cooked off a little bit. They got to the point where they're fall off the bone ribs, which is what I like. Put them on back on the grill without covering, just to kind of glaze over any moisture they had, and brought them in. So as you can see, when I was moving around, they are just like ready to fall apart, which is exactly what I like. It's a little further than most people will go to them, but it's kind of what we go for. Today is February 21st. I know this is probably going to come out in March or April, but kind of a crazy day here in eastern Pennsylvania. Average temperature, my guess, is 35, 40 degrees. It hit 80 degrees here today, so it was a good day to throw some ribs on the grill and let them cook. Just had a rainstorm, still saying it's like 7 o'clock at night, saying 67 degrees outside yet, so a little bit crazy, but don't worry, winter's back on its way before the weekend. If you like what you're seeing, subscribe to the channel and click the little bell. Get to updates on when we put something out. As always, we put everything in the comments below, and we'll let you know everything we did, the seasonings we used, and how long we cooked everything in the comments. So we'll see you next time.